didn't even start the intro of the video, and they just told me that Jimmy crashed. So I didn't even start the intro of the video because it's Friday morning. They just entered the pro drivers and they told me that Ercole crashed. My racing weekend starts really bad before it even begins. We are in Most in the Czech Republic for the 4th EuroNASCAR race weekend. My teammate Gianmarco Ercole went in for his first practice session and he didn't even finish a lap that he crashed. Hard. We don't know why and we don't know how wrecked the car is.
E quindi ti hanno portato in corrispondenza del guardrail all'esterno, tu non riesci a ripartire perché c'è sta la ghiaia adesso.
Però la macchina cammina.
Ha detto di sì.
So apparently they moved the car off the track. He can't get back on track. We can't fix the car, and guess what? It's also raining, and so we wait. I mean, I don't know what else to do. So it's a really stupid condition because it was raining, but now it kind of stopped, and so the track is wet enough to be slow with the slicks, but dry enough to destroy the rain tires, so nobody's driving now. Only Max Lanza is putting on the new rain tires, and you may say, okay, why? I mean, you destroy them. Well, if you drive slowly, we just, I don't know, there is something when they're new on the tire which make them more slippery. So yeah, the new rain tires are not good. You need to use them for a few laps. Dici che si è allargato tanto le pastiglie?
Io la doppia pompata la do sempre.
Cioè già hai dato la
Io ho dato
pompata?
la doppia pompata, quando sono andato a fare la parte mi ho provato solo dietro.
Ah, quindi avevo persa dietro?
No, ho provato a scalare e cercare di finire di fare la curva perché appunto era dritto per dritto, ma...
Secondo turno riusciamo a farlo, vero?
Cos'è?
16:55. Tra 2 ore.
2 ore. Tocca correre tanto.
Sì, eh? Addirittura?
Sì, perché c'è anche i bracci dello sterzo.
So, it's worse than expected. I mean, the damage is quite big. So, for sure, I will miss the first session. We have 2 hours before FP2, and we don't know if we can make it in time for FP2. That would be a disaster. Can you imagine going straight to qualifying without doing a single lap? I can't believe it. Apparently, Ercole had a brake system failure, and the damage is pretty big. Not only bodywork, but also front frame, steering arms, suspension. This is just the weekend when it was not needed. Because if you remember here last year, we were struggling a lot with the setup. We put a patch on it, and what a patch since I won both races, but still it was not a perfect setup. So this year in Vallelunga, we twisted it, and we came out with a fabulous setup. I was flying, you saw it, an amazing victory. And so at this point we all ask ourselves, will the Vallelunga setup work well in Most? The only way to find out is to drive. And what are we doing? We're not driving. Dang. I absolutely need to drive, otherwise we'll be blind for the whole weekend. My free practice 1 is gone. Free practice 2 is in 2 hours. Time to find out how fast the car racing guys are. A race against time begins. Once again, car racing proves to be a top team. Once again, they saved a situation that seemed hopeless. We almost screwed the whole weekend, but instead, in less than 2 hours, they fixed the car is ready, I'm ready, and we go in for my only free practice session of the weekend. Having only 1 session, I will go with used tires, because there is no point in wasting new ones. So, let's see how fast I can go. I'm not happy at all. we are far away and I don't know why. P4, 41.9. Dubek, 41.6. Jufro, 41.5. Leinster, 41.2. And the Ortiz, 42.0. What's going on?
Che non ho messo insieme un giro buono.
No.
Quello che mancava in questo momento era la guida. Cioè, non ho ancora preso bene il ritmo. Non so cosa dire, cioè la macchina mi sembra ben bilanciata.
Guarda, a livello di settori, a parte sul primo settore che ti prendevi 2 decimi da Lister,
Sono uscite. Mette giù il gas,
a
è uscita
parte
da Coppa 2.
quello, il resto era tutto comunque paragonabile, cioè tutto lì.
Secondo me io sono andato molto piano sul turno qua, anche se vedi intertempi 1.5 è piano. Cioè non è da stare davanti.
I'm quite confused. I mean, last year I did 40.6 and this year 41.9. Why? Is it my fault if I went slow? Is it the setup? Is it the used tire? I absolutely don't know what to think. But above all, there is no point in asking these questions now, because there's nothing I can do anymore. The car was drivable, it was balanced, so we will go in qualifying like that. And then, what do you do when there is nothing you can do? You just wait, you enjoy life, and you know what? I'll let you enjoy it too.
Non ho capito l'ultima vocale.
Allora, la situazione è questa. Che stai a fa?
Controllo l'olio del cambio.
Ok, quello che ho spaccato io, no?
No.
Non l'ho spaccato?
Vabbè, vuoi che ti ingresso un po' la telecamera?
Gli ingegneri come sempre non fanno un cazzo.
Esatto. L'altro se ne può andare. Manuel non si è visto.
Altro ingegnere che non fa una sega.
No, io devo lavorare, no, non è
infatti
vero.
c'è un paraurti che ho spaccato
Cioè,
io.
bravissimo, e dovrò risistemarlo.
Poi qui abbiamo i meccanici che come vedete lavorano. Cosa state facendo?
Dobbiamo fare spugo, ma serve una seconda persona.
Serve? Una seconda persona? Eccolo lì. Eccolo. Qua che state a fare? Pure voi a spurgare? Eh?
Sì, già fatto.
Appena finito?
Sì, adesso cambiamo il vetro. È pieno di sassate, non si vede niente dentro, ha detto il pilota.
Vabbè, Cal Racing, passione per gli spurghi. Dov'è la mia gomma? Mi hanno detto che sono riuscito a staccare un pezzo di... Porca troia.
No,
Questa è una spiattellata?
Quella staccata sta di là. Guarda qua.
Ecco perché andavo piano.
Ah sì sì. Il problema era questo. Comunque ha rotto le palle sta scena, perché in ogni video c'è la scena di io che spiattello la gomma.
Una volta perlomeno erano semplicemente il baffo sotto. Adesso tutto il
Fa una cosa, registrane una e poi utilizza quella, no?
Poi, ecco, sono riuscito... Ma quella è quella posteriore? Sono riuscito a fare un buco in quella dietro?
Cosa?
Lo sai che hai preso?
Ma che cazzo?
Quando smozzi la telecamera dopo te lo dico.
Voglio non saperlo da casa però.
Da casa, non lo so, se può dire.
Dai.
Secondo me hai preso un Aspetta che la vediamo.
Adesso non lo puoi pubblicare. Facevano un bel bip lungo.
Ciao Stella! Ogni tanto sì,
Ci
dai.
chiedevamo dove fossi stato tutto questo tempo.
Sapessi. Ho cambiato team.
Aia. Fa finta di lavorare ma...
No, in realtà sto giocando coi video.
Aia.
Allora, abbiamo riesumato un reperto storico.
Allora questo sei te.
Sì, in una mia gara nel 2009 con il trofeo Barchetta.
Ok, ma la cosa da
A
notare...
Misano. Questo è uno dei tuoi meccanici sulla NASCAR.
Lo facevano entrare.
Senza problemi, guarda qua in mezzo a tutti i meccanici, lui era il re qui in mezzo.
Ma se con quelle ciabatte pestavi un chiodo...
Quelli erano anti-chiodo, vero? Raga, io vi giuro, non sono mai riuscito a fare niente del genere su. Come cazzo è possibile? Ma qua ho preso un detrito. Ma ho preso un sasso qua.
Questo è il nuovo paraurti che lo mettiamo.
È nuovo, l'ha chiamato nuovo.
Nuovo che resterà fino alla fine.
Speriamo.
Una volta staccava lo spoiler sotto, adesso stacca direttamente tutto il paraurti. Sarebbe da andare a prendere uno di quei paletti che sta lì in pista e metterlo qui accanto.
Come ricordo. This is why I love racing. However, this is not the way I wanted the weekend to start. I mean, we still don't know why Jimmy crashed. We still don't know whether it was a brake pump failure or a mistake. Don't know. But shit happens. The thing is that, I mean, I wasn't that slow, okay? I did 41.9, best was 41.2, but my theoretical was 41.4. I just couldn't put the lap together. And yeah, that's the thing is that when you know you have only one session to get used to the car and then get to the race, you try to do everything you can and you make mistakes, but that's fine, it's free practice. I'm still not that fast, so I really wanted to make a second session just to get used to the car because we have the new setup, we were using Vallelunga and I still need to get used to it, but whatever. This is racing. The thing that really makes me sad is that today I did 1 free practice while Ziorchis did 4 and Jouffro did 5. Like last year, I'm racing with people who does the double duty, who race in the EuroNASCAR 2 and EuroNASCAR Pro in the same weekend, so twice the kilometers as me. I mean, the season is still long, anything can happen, but this probably means that next year I need to find 100,000 euros more to race in both classes. It's a huge advantage.
It's tough, guys. It's really tough to race like this. I mean, I hate complaining, but I just want the other side of the screen to understand how difficult what I'm doing is. Just talking about experience, Jouffro started racing at 12, Ziorchis at 5, me at 27. Ziorchis in August did a lot of track testing with EuroNASCAR. I did 0. Today they went for 4 to 5 sessions each. I just did 1. And above all this, I'm still hoping to stay ahead of them. I mean, I should be mega happy with the results I've done so far, because they are results that nobody expected. But you know what? That's not enough for me. You already know that, because I always race to win. In the night, in Most, it rains. A lot. And when we wake up, the track is wet. Jouffro and Ziorchis enter the track for the pro qualifying and get a good, useful taste of the track. Meanwhile, I just watch.
I really don't know what to think. I mean, in some parts it's drying, okay? But the rest of the track, especially down there, it's still wet. Now the pros are going in for the Super Bowl, so 5 minutes, and it's still wet. Okay, so they're still on the rain tires. But after these 5 minutes, then we have 5 minutes of pause. Then there is the sun. Will it dry enough for the slicks?
Che acqua non ne alzano il punto. Allora, noi facciamo 20 minuti, c'è il sole, ci sono 22 macchine che girano. Io entrerei con le slick.
Io pure. Io sono fiducioso, molto fiducioso.
Se sa che è 42,5 lui fa 41,9, se può fare 41,9 lo fa.
And this is the final try. The session is almost over, so I have only one last opportunity. My current lap time is 42.8, which is really crap. I have to improve at any cost. Let's see now what is the lap time. It was low. So I have to improve now or never. Let's break at 150 meters for turn 1, second gear. I'm a bit too fast, I'm a bit wide, but yeah, I was able to turn the car, and now full throttle. Let's be careful to the car, number 14 in front of me, please don't make me abort the lap. What is he doing? Come on, not like that. Whoa! Man, I almost crashed into him. Now I brake hard for turn 4. Let's hit all the curb. All the way to the right, full throttle now. Let's be gentle in this braking for this hairpin. Now I usually put the first gear, but now I will do it in second because the track is quite slippery and I have no traction otherwise. I can't see the delta, but until now the lap seems good. It seems good. Now we get to the second sector, which is the trickiest one, the fastest one. We get to this super fast corner to the right. third gear, full throttle in the exit. I use all the curb in the exit. Be careful not to hit the gravel. Now we get to this braking. I keep in third gear last year, but now I'm using the second gear because I feel better with this setup. The car is jumping a little bit on the bumps. Third gear for this left, and now full throttle to the right. I had to lift a little bit because the track is still slippery. Use all the curb in the exit. I didn't have any more in there. And now the final 2 corners to see how fast I went in this final lap. Second gear for this long right corner. I use all the curb in the exit. I touch the brake a little bit and then full throttle in the exit. Now I just wait to cross the line and see what the lap time was. Whoa, boom, 42.2. Come on!
È ancora finita, per ora sei P2 con 42,2.
Chi è il primo con quanto?
Manca solo uno. Ok, sei secondo, ci sta Ziorsis prima di te 42,0 e Davidson dietro di te 42,27.
0.2 of a second. Where did I lose them? That was so close.
L'anteriore destra forse è schiattellatina.
Appena scendi che stanno già
Strano, non ti riesci quasi mai.
So, what can I say? I mean, on the one hand, it's good because Jufro, who in my head I see as the new Edsemans, who can screw us all in the end, is behind. He started in P4. But on the other hand, it goes bad because Stewart is unstoppable. Another pole position, another race that threatens to end in his dominance. But in all of this, Davidson, the new entry in P3, man, he could really be the crazy variable that shuffles the card. However, back to me. In the end, you know what? It's okay. P2 with just 2/10. Despite only one session of practice, what more do I want?
So one funny thing, that guy is called Valvoletta, which I really have no idea how to translate it, because all the ugly jobs are given to him, and obviously at some point he loses his mind and starts to swear any possible thing in the world. So for the technical inspection they asked us to remove one disc to check it, and I just stopped, so that disc is around 500 degrees Celsius.
The die is cast. What I could do I did, and now eyes on the pro. Jimmy is going for race 1, with the same car that I'll be using in 3 hours. You can imagine that I always watch this race with some anxiety, because think about it, his qualifying went bad, he struggled with the setup in the wet, and now he has to survive the start, starting from the middle of the grid.
And immediately going 3 wide, Sebastian Bleekemolen gets a really good launch from the second row of the grid, tries to get in amongst it, but it's going to be his Team Bleekemolen teammate that leads. Oh, and contact at the first hurdle. 3 into 1 simply didn't go. Tobias Downhauer's in the gravel.
Si sono già accrocchiate la prima curva, ma dov'è Jimmy? Dov'è?
No, è il 48 secondo me.
No, a destra di Gianmarco stava.
Lo Jimmy fuori.
Dang, this weekend for the 54 is a nightmare. Jimmy Ercoli, 2 crashes in 2 days. And even this time, he couldn't do anything about it. The whole front end of the car is missing, the team did what they could, they sent him back on the track like that, just to get him make a good lap time for tomorrow's race. But you can imagine that without the whole front end, it's virtually impossible to drive fast. The race is destroyed, and the team is once more back down to fix the car for me. Well, luckily Ercoli's damage was just bodywork, so no worries for me. I'm going to race with the car 100% right. So, how will I approach this race? That's very simple. Full attack mode. Georgie starts on pole position, and we absolutely cannot allow him to win again, because that would be 5 wins out of 7 races, and it would weigh a lot on the standings. So he must be stopped at all costs. I also want to remind you that I can discard the 2 worst races. And guys, since the beginning of the season, I haven't done anything stupid yet, so I can afford to take risks. Therefore, the strategy is very simple. Turn 1 is a very tricky chicane. You enter super fast, you exit super slow. I start on the outside, and then you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to brake late. Very late. So late that I will be forced to enter at supersonic speeds in turn 1. And then what? I'll jump on the brake in turn 2, I stop, slam the first gear, and from there on I will be in the inside for turn 3 and 4, which means I can pass the horses. This is the theory. Simple, right? Yeah. Well, too bad the practice is just a whole different story. There we are, the strategy is clear. All in turn 1, hoping to brake as late as possible and make the corner and pass the horses in the outside and then complete the overtake in turn 3 and 4. It's now or never. I have to pass the horses at any cost because we must stop him from taking another win. We are ready to go on the straight of most. Boom! Let's go! Green, 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 green. The start was not the best, but it was still good. Come on, Jufro, give me a push. Give me a push. Boom! Great pole, great pole. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now we get to turn 1. Whoa! Super late braking. I got too late on the brakes and I have to miss the first corner. But luckily, there is the runway out of the first chicane. Now exiting P1, I have to lift and let the horses by. Luckily, I didn't lose anything. Probably I lifted too much and now we get to turn 3. The pole Jufro is trying to attack me in the outside. I have to brake hard. It's not there. He's not there. Oh, I make it. Oh! What happened? What happened? Come on, guys. Come on. I can't believe it. What happened in there?
Contact further back. That's the 65 of Romagnoli, mounting the bonnet of Paolo Valeri there.
Pronto alla full curziello, full curziello, full curziello.
Chi è il che mi ha buttato fuori? Chi è?
Non lo so, lo vediamo dopo, stanno in full curziello.
Ok, che consigli di fare? Prendo spazio, faccio il giro, rientro ai box e mando tutto a o provo la rimonta?
La questione è se adesso appena si riparte ne passi 3 o 4, allora provi la rimonta e vediamo. Se entro la fine non riesci più a prenderne, facciamo il giro veloce, se no fai il giro veloce al primo giro, non esagerare. Full curziello ora.
Mi sono bruciato il giro.
Guarda che così è brutta la situazione, al momento dovresti essere P3.
P3 di quanto?
2 centesimi.
Claudio Remeggio Capelli back underway.
Tra poco come down and green. Tra poco, aspetta. Pronto? Vai. C'hai anche i cappelli dietro, c'hai tutto lo spazio del mondo, vai.
Oh, and contact between the two of them, sending Melvin de Groot into the grass.
Da fare, vero?
No, probabilmente P4 perché Dubek ha tirato fuori un 41,9, non so come.
What a fucking disaster. It's going to get really bad here. So bad. Because I didn't just throw away one race. I threw away the whole weekend. I will start P4 tomorrow. And you know what the thing that pisses me off even more? Just look at the fastest lap times. Dubek, 41.955. Jufro, 42.020. Ziortis 42038, Naska 42041. Is this a joke? We are 4 drivers in 86,000. Where are they? Guys, it's not possible. Me and Ziortis and Jufro in just 21,000. I just don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you. I just did my best, but here the level is so high.
Un po' bucata, no? Tu vedi il doppio? È bucata, certo. Che bucata. È 1. Sta 1.
Cioè io ho fatto tutta la gara come bucata e parto quarto. Pensa se non era bucata. Pensa se non era bucata. Metti davanti.
No guys, no. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. I did that lap time with a flat left rear tire, deflated by more than 1 bar. The whole race like that. That's not true. I just have no words. Alright, enough. I have something more important to do. The protest. I have no idea who hit me or how. Was it Jufro, Dubek, Linster? I just want to figure out what happened right away. Okay, so Jufro is there on my right, but he brakes early and who is that? Davidson? I can't believe it. Davidson hit me. But where did he come from? Let me see again. So he was behind, he pulled the mega braking and he had 1 wheel beside me. So yeah, I should have given him space and that was my fault. It's so hard to admit it. It's just that the mistake was the following. I had Jufro on the right and I kept looking ahead and to the right, just to make sure that I didn't close him the door. In all of this, I had no idea that somebody on the left was braking that late. But what about the mirror? Well, you can see just fine that he was there. I simply was so focused on Jufro that I didn't look. So, you know what you have to do in such cases?
Ho un'idea! Facciamo una cosa, andiamo a piana birra e diciamo 2 bestemmie. Vai.
That's what we do. Now, a really hard race is waiting for me. I will have to try the comeback of a lifetime tomorrow by starting in P4. It's going to be impossible, right? Well, you know what? It's raining a lot, and so we will run in full wet conditions. And Brand Satch, in the wet, it didn't go well. So tomorrow, what can I expect to do, right?